tutorial. Is that alright with you? Can you please move your stick over there?
Hey guys, I'm Tegan. I'm Sam.
And we are
The Rybka twins. Welcome back to our channel. In today's tutorial, we're going to be teaching you guys some tips and tricks on how to get your back handspring. Because having a back handspring is legit the best thing in the world. And once you can do a back handspring, that leads into so many other tricks. It's one of the best feelings. I remember when I first got it on my own and I was like, oh my gosh, like I can do a back handspring. So let's get on with it so you guys can get your back handspring. But before we do that,
if you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe
if you haven't already, and give it a big thumbs up if you like it, and don't forget to click that grey bell next to our subscribe button so you are notified every single time we post.
and follow us on Instagram and TikTok because we literally post on there every day.
Before you even attempt a back handspring for the first time on your own, obviously there's some ground rules. To even be able to do a back handspring, you need to have strength in your arms because you need to be able to hold your own weight while doing it. We're going to show you guys some of our exercises that we do all the time to build up and maintain the strength in our arms to be able to do a back handspring.
If you're struggling to do a push-up, like if you guys can't actually do a push-up, it might not be best to try a back handspring because like we said, you need strength to be able to do it.
If you can't do a normal push-up, we suggest starting with baby push-ups.
So you're just going to push your head back, and down, make sure your legs are squeezing together, and your arms are straightening completely when you're up. Stretch, and then stretch. And then once you feel like baby push-ups are now way too easy for you, hi Charlie, you can then move on to push-ups from your knees, which are still challenging. Then once you find that they're becoming too easy for you, move on to push-ups on your toes. Thank you.
No worries.
I'm here every week. Once you can confidently do 20 good push-ups on your toes, I'd say you're pretty strong and you're capable of holding your own weight in a back handspring. We start with our feet together, arms by our sides, and reach up. We lean forward, and as you do that, your arms come by your sides. We bend, and all the weight shifts onto our heels. So as you can see, Sam's toes are hardly on the ground because all her weight is on her heels, and that means she's in the correct position. Then arms come back through, and we jump. Neatly up in the air, feet together, toes pointed. Another way to ensure that your weight is in the right spot is, imagine you're going to sit on an imaginary chair. Now that might be hard for some people to imagine the chair, so we're going to show you something that's going to help with the imaginary chair exercise. Obviously we've got our wall, so yeah, just stand a little bit away from the wall. Do your preparation, arms up, lean forward, shift your weight onto your heels, and the wall will catch you. We'll just do those a couple of times and I'll remind you of the technique. And arms go up, we lean forward, shift our weight onto our heels, and jump.
Do this a million times until you can do it without thinking. Once you've got your preparation down pat, the next step is doing a slow motion back handspring. So basically this is a slow motion bend back kick over or back walk over, whatever you call it. We start with our prep, so arms go up, bottom out, sit on your chair. Then from here you lift your arms up, over, back into your back bend. Then you push off your feet, legs up into a handstand, and then come down with your feet together.
I did it with my legs together, but that's quite difficult.
So if you can't do the kick over with your legs together, that's okay.
Do your preparation like normal with your legs together, but then as you arch back, just move that foot slightly apart so that you can do your bridge like normal. And then Sam's going to kick over with just one leg, but she must join her legs in the air and land with 2 feet, because we obviously have our legs together the whole way over in our back handspring.
Hitting your handstand position in your back handspring is so important, and that's why we're going to go through a few drills now so that you can practice hitting your handstand and coming down correctly also.
To the wall. Guys, that drill is really good for building strength in your arms, plus you really have to engage your tummy muscles to actually get your feet off the wall and onto the floor. If you do that over and over, that's going to really help you with your back handspring.
It will also help you with your muscle memory of where your legs need to go from your handstand position straight underneath you. So as you push off from the wall, your bottom is going to stick out naturally and your feet come underneath you ready for your jump.
You don't have to use a wall, you can use a partner, and your friend just pushes you down to give you the idea of that whipping motion that you need when you do your back handspring. Okay, just before we move on to actually trying it for the first time, we just want to talk about how important your arms are in your back handspring. They're the things holding you up. They're
Stopping you from falling on your head.
They have to be nice and straight and locked in.
When you land in your handstand in your back handspring, you have to lift your shoulders. You can't sink into your shoulders, so push away from the ground. So picture when you're in your handstand, to lift and push away from the floor.
You should grow taller.
Don't ever bend your arms in a back flip. You never want your head to be close to the floor. You want it to be as far away as possible. As soon as I bend my arms, even just to show you guys, it completely ruins my form. Everything goes out the window, so that's why every step is so important. So make sure your arms are straight.
Also, arms must be by your ears. And so don't do a beautiful preparation and then come up and throw your back handspring with wide arms. That's increasing the risk of your head being closer to the floor, which we don't want.
Also, you'll probably hit your spotters like we've been hitting the head a few times.
Yes, you don't want this.
So keep your arms near your ears.
Stay inside the toaster, don't touch the sides of the grill.
I'm the grill.
See, if I went out there, I would get fat.
Okay, so arms near ears like you're in a skinny passageway.
If your weight is on your toes, you're gonna like go underneath yourself. We call that tucking under. That's not good. You're not gonna be able to do a back handspring if you tuck under like that. And my hands will land where my feet are, and that is not where they're meant to land in a back handspring. You have to focus on jumping up and out. Okay, so the next step is adding the jump. We're no longer going in slow motion. We're jumping and we're going fast and we're doing our back handspring.
We want you only to do this if you're being spotted by a trained professional, someone responsible who knows what they're doing.
Their job is to guide you over and ensure that you're not going to
hurt
fall.
yourself.
So in the beginning, a spotter would lift probably quite a bit, and then once you get the hang of it, how to jump,
they help you less and less. And then eventually they'll be able to feel when you can do it by yourself, and you will as well, because you know and can feel when you've got enough confidence and strength to do it.
Now, when you're doing it for the first time, you have to obviously think about all the techniques that we've gone through, plus you have to commit. Once you decide that you're going, you have to give it everything, every single time. That is, you're probably not lifting in your back handspring and putting way too much pressure and weight on your wrists and hands.
Yeah, your shoulders should be taking the weight rather than your wrists.
Yeah. A way to avoid that is, first of all, you should definitely warm up your wrists.
So they're warm and ready to go. And then make sure you're lifting up your shoulders every single time so the weight's not all in your wrist. Everything looks scary until you learn the little baby steps to get to the back handspring.
Now, if we asked you to do a back handspring without any preparation whatsoever and just said, go and chuck a back handspring, now that would be really scary. But if you know all the fundamental steps that make up a back handspring, then you shouldn't be scared to do it, because nothing's going to go wrong if you follow all of those steps.
Obviously, you do one step at a time. Once you're good at that step's no longer scary, and you move on to the next step, and then that step's no longer scary, and so on. And eventually, a back handspring is no longer scary because you know how to do it.
Good luck with your back handsprings, guys. We really hope that these tips and tricks and all these steps can help you guys when it comes to you being spotted for your back handspring, or even if you can already do it on your own and you need to tweak your back handspring to make it better, I hope that these can help.
Please make sure to share this with your friends or someone who you think should be doing back handsprings.
If you know someone isn't that great at their back handspring, maybe send them this video. Yeah.
Charlie wants to do the shout outs, don't you, boy? Shout outs this week go to
Eliz Cassie Grace, I hope that's how you say it.
and Gil Russell. Thank you so much for commenting on last week's video. If you would like to be shouted out next week, all you have to do is comment on this week's video.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, we really hope this tutorial helps you guys. Remember, we post every single week, so we'll see you guys next week. See ya!
Bye!
See you later.
So,
Oh my god, it scared Charlie too. Okay. Hitting your handstand position in a back handspring is vital. Foot over. The two-legged, what did I call it, Mum?
kick over!
For the two-legged kick over.
Up.
So basically,
I'll say it.